Oh. All right. So I am Halloween ready. So this is a time for us to. I was just reminded on the way here how important it is to move our bodies and how there is no one way to move your body. So I want to invite everybody who is doing this to, do whatever makes you feel good and move in some new ways. Maybe you haven't moved your shoulder in a while. Maybe you haven't moved your hips in a while. So if there is something that you haven't moved, remember that our bodies were designed to move and that is going to be the most important thing that you are able to do today. So with that, let's go ahead and start with some deep breathing, because that is something that we actually also don't get a lot of. So I'm going to encourage you to put your hands firmly on your belly. And I want you to take some deep breaths. But remember, when you inhale, make sure that belly expands. It's not just, you don't want to breathe shallowly from your chest where your chest and your shoulders rise. You want that belly to expand. So let's take in a breath. Take it all the way down into the belly. Exhale. Let the belly fall. Let's do two more. Consciously and fully expanding your belly, and one more. And I hope what you notice as you let your arms down is that you might feel a little more centered, a little more peaceful. All right, well, let's get into the head and go ahead and pull the head. Let the chin fall forward. And at the same time, extend in the back of the neck. Pull those shoulders down at the same time. And let's let the chin lift. Channeling my inner giraffe with my costume. So I want you to do the same with your neck. So really extend the neck in the front now. And through center, extend long on both sides, and then really reach in the back. So don't just let the chin fall, really reach out of the back of the neck into that cervical spine, that spine. And all the way back, reaching the front. One more time, each side. So through center, pull the shoulders down, long on all sides, and then long in the back. And long on all sides, and then long in the front. And lift the head to center. Let the arms come up in front. And reach. Reach long. Don't let that back arch. Keep the belly firm and in. And then forward. So you want those arms to go right beside your ears. And I really want you forward. We're going to keep moving those arms, flowing through. Right beside the ears and reaching up, straight up. So there's a line from the fingertips all the way down to the ankles and down. Go ahead and sweep them all the way back this time. Push the shoulders down, and this is going to be our last time. I want you to go ahead and raise up on those heels. If you feel comfortable on those toes, feel comfortable, just raise up, reaching up. Find that balance, and then down, and reach through. And as you go back, come forward. Reach your arms behind you. Drop the head. Breathe with it. We're going to do one more up on the toes. Find that lift. Get up as high as you can. It's okay to wobble a little bit because you want to find a little stretch and then come down. You can start to bend and then forward. And just a shoulder height. Open the arms all the way back. Close them forward. Open. You're keeping that torso long, spine straight, and just really focusing in the shoulders. Pull the shoulders down. Open the shoulder blades in the back when you pull those hands together in the front. Back. And this time bend, give me a little curve. So this time pull the hips, pelvis on the under. And stay in bend and arch the back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. And straighten the legs, arms to the sides and down. And go ahead and give yourself a nice shoulder roll to the back. And then a shoulder roll forward. One more time. Really find all of the points on a circle. Sort of see the circle in your mind all the way to the back, all the way to that corner back, all the way to the top, forward, and push all the way down to complete the circle. And bend the knees. I'm going to show you to the side. What I want you to do is find a flat back. Try to find about 90 degrees in the hips and about 45 degrees from the floor. And same thing, curve the back. Drop the hip. Arch the back. Tail up, head up. Curve the back. Arch the back. One more time. Really getting some nice lubrication of those vertebrae as they move around. And then come back to neutral. Pull the belly in. Neutralize that arch in the back. Cross the arm. Other hand on the hip. And twist. Open that top shoulder. Keep those hips and knees as even as possible. You don't want to kind of change this. You want to really try to keep the hips squared. And center. Find center. Find that neutral spine again. Cross the arm. And again, top shoulder open. And center up. Stand up. We're going to go ahead and take the foot back. So I want you to find your balance on one side. Take the foot back. And again, wherever you're comfortable, find a lunge. Front heel firmly down. Try to curve again in that lower back so that you're not just sort of arching back, but pull the pelvis under so that you're really keeping that spine, that torso zipped up and down. And up. Again, find that nice straight, tall spine. And down. Hands can come down and up and down, and straighten that front leg and bend. So we're just going to kind of play in this lunge for a little while. Up. If you want to move the foot back, you can. Try to get as straight as possible without hyperextending. And down. Again, you can push further down. And up. And down. Last time up. And down. Let the knee down. And let's go ahead and stretch back and forward and back and forward. Back foot can be relaxed on the floor, or you can keep the toes tucked, your choice. Back and forward. And now, come on up, bring that leg back, sit back into a nice child's pose, really letting the body relax. Reach those arms out. Let's go ahead and play in the hips a little bit more. Here, oh, you should feel that in your spine. I got a little crack out of that, and back. So again, push the hips back. Find that release in the spine as you drop the head forward and up. Try to bring those shoulders right above the wrists. Let the belly fall. You should feel a stretch in the belly. If not, push that chest through a little further. And again, push the hips back. Reach for the toes. All the way, tailbone, all the way. Reaching for the toes and closer to heels. Breathe through it. What haven't you felt this week, today? What part of your body have you not moved? And let's come on up. Bring the foot forward. Let's start down here. Put the knee down. Again, foot in the back can be tucked or not. And let's go ahead and come back. And forward. Back. Forward. Remember, each side may be different. Today may be different than yesterday. One more time. And let's go ahead and tuck the leg, tuck the toes, come on up. And we're going to do the same thing, standing up and down, up and down, up, down, up, breathing, and down. And come on up. Really find that lunge. And then I want you to come back down, let the feet meet, and stretch up into a downward dog. Push those heels down. Push the chest, swing the arms, relax the body. Reach the tailbone, straight behind you again. Going for that nice straight spine. And I want you to bend the knees, pull the heels up, and then return. 2, return. 3, feel the stretch in those heels and the hamstring. Return. And then let's alternate. One heel down. 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 2 more. 5 and 6. And let's bring it down. Hands and knees. And again, let's work with that spine a little bit. But this time, let's find all the points on the circle as we circle the head and the tail in one direction, finding all the points, going through cat and cow as we move, and then finding those side positions as well. And then on the other side, the other circle. Just try to make it bigger each time. Now, as you move, things are going to loosen up. So make sure that you have water handy or that you have some water when you finish this session. Let's come on back in one more stretch. This child's pose position. And let's go ahead and bring one foot forward and get into a straddle. So you can do 90-90. And I want you to face that front leg. So it should be firmly down on that side. And I want you to just play with the angle here. So come forward over that front leg and then back. And you can, if you want to add a little undulation in the spine, you can come forward and then back. So lift the chin as you come down, curve the back to come up, but make sure then you stack those vertebrae so you come back up to an upright spine. One more time, just so you can feel that. And then let's go down and stay just for a moment. Spread those arms out to the side. And I want you to find that straight spine. So there's really nice flexion at the hip. You should feel that in that outer glute, outer rear. And if you want to, you can bring the arms forward. Give yourself a little more support. And come on up. And what I want you to do is to go ahead and, if you're comfortable, you can always stay here. Go ahead and tuck that leg back. So you're going to come up a little bit. If you need to, you can always put a little extra padding because you don't want to fall over. You want to bring those hips as square as possible. And same thing, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Arms out. If this is too much for you, you can always stay up and find that place that you feel comfortable with. And you can bring the hands forward. Now again, you want to try to keep this leg as perpendicular as possible. So again, that might mean that, you come back up, whatever that means for you, as you really stretch down. And come around. Let's go ahead and release both hips by coming into a butterfly position. You want to make sure that wherever your heels are, that it is comfortable for you to really sit up on your sit bones. If you pull the heels in and it makes you fall back, let the heels out so you can sit up, wherever that sitting up position is for you. And again, your legs everyone has a different turnout, so maybe your knees touch the floor. But just be patient with yourself. You want to not be in a certain position, but feel a certain sensation. And here, just breathe. Try to relax into this position. If that requires you to push the heels out, do that. Whatever allows you to sit tall, be energized, but also not gather tension in the glutes, in the legs. All right, let's turn to the other side. 90-90. Turning the chest towards that front leg and down. And 3. Last time and stay. Try to square up those shoulders. It'll be right over that front thigh. And again, you can pull the arms forward. This should really allow you to push down. And again, you could be here as long as you're really closing in that hip joint. Again, wherever you can feel the stretching sensation. Remember, you're not going for a position, you're going for a sensation. Sensation you should feel is a stretch in that outer hip of the front leg. And come on up. Let's go ahead and tuck the knee. That means we want to square up in the hips. And the same thing, down, up. Remember, you can always put something under that front hip to kind of balance you out and allow you to keep that squared up position. And down, out. Go ahead and bring the arms forward. Again, feel the stretch. Adjust the leg as you need to. And open one more time. Come on up. This time, let's go to a straight leg straddle. Again, go to the straddle that allows you to pull up out of the hips, sitting up tall on the sit bones and not pushing back. You don't want to Okay, so find that position. And again, it could be here. You just want to feel that you can sit up tall. Everyone's going to have something different. Some people will be out full 180 degrees. That's not my turnout, my ability. But again, that changes over time as you continue to stretch. So go ahead and play with the feet a little bit. Give me a flex and a point, and a flex and a point. Again, staying tall. Flex, point, flex, point. Relax. And now I just want you to give me little semicircles. Take your time and just aim to make them a little bigger each time. You can always put your arms down in the center and feel if you can kind of either go a little bit further down onto the elbows or maybe stretch a little further out with each rotation. This is one of my favorites. I always feel that I can go a little farther. And again, you want to push down in that lower back. And then hold in the center. You shouldn't feel any pain in your back, but you should be able to flatten it out. Walk your hands up. Turn around. Let's get ready to finish up. Grab the back of your thighs. Roll down. I have to move my little giraffe head. Arms out to the side. Just let the legs bent fall off to the side. And then switch. Let's do one more time. Switch, but pull the knees up a little closer to the chest and the torso. Let them out. Switch sides. Pull in. Try to relax your body in this position. Shoulders open. Spine curved. Breath deep and soft. Down and up. Legs down. Relax. Arms by the side. Relax. Feel that sense of accomplishment. That feeling that you've moved something that hadn't been moved before. You stretch something that hadn't been stretched before. Feel your body's gratitude for being able to move and be used in a good way. Keep breathing all the way down into the belly. Really remember that sensation so that you can do that as often as possible throughout the day. And it'll become, with practice, automatic. Scan your body and see if you can detect any areas of tension that you can send breath to and visualize the tension leaving, loosening. Envision yourself heavy and sinking into the floor softening and just accepting your body, your muscles, your bones, your organs as they melt gently into the floor. And with that, you can continue to breathe. You can do some chants, whatever type of recovery works for you. You can spend some time in prayer. You can find your version of meditation and reflection, or just physical recovery. We all need that, especially in this day and time. So with that, thank you for moving with me today. If you choose to get up, be gentle with your body. Be loving to your body. Be careful with your body. And I hope to see you again for the next Sunday stretch. Be safe. This is Tanya Leek with Embody Well.